Today, we're diving into something really powerful. It's a vision for Kenya, inspired by the 2026 Lenten Campaign, and it's all about building a just and united nation. And it boils down to two absolutely crucial ideas: leadership and integrity.
Just listen to these words that anchor the whole campaign. Let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. Wow, that's not a picture of despair, is it? It's a vision of hope, of a country where fairness isn't just a trickle, but a powerful, non-stop river for everyone. That's the goal.
So, you might be wondering, where did this powerful message come from? Well, this vision is the work of the Catholic Justice and Peace Department, part of the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops. They put this together to really get us all talking about the kind of future we want for our country.
All right, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to look at the huge challenge of leadership, and then we'll use a classic framework: see, judge, and act. First, we'll see the problem up close through a story. Then we'll judge the bigger issues at play. After that, we'll reflect on the spiritual side of things. And finally, the most important part, we'll figure out how we can all act. So let's dive right into the main theme, the challenge of leadership and integrity. This is really where that beautiful vision of a flowing river of justice kind of crashes into the hard rocks of reality. I mean, just look at this illustration from the campaign. It tells a story without a single word. On one side, you've got a leader's beautiful, fancy home, and on the other, a crumbling school, a dry tap, a road full of potholes. This isn't just a cartoon, is it? For so many, this is just daily life. And what this picture really shows is a battle of values. It's a tug of war, really. On one side, you have corruption, and this sense that people can get away with anything. And on the other, you have the things we desperately need: integrity, honesty, trustworthiness. And what's at stake here isn't abstract. It literally decides if a kid gets to learn or if a family gets clean water. Okay, so to really bring this home, the campaign wants us to see the problem through someone's eyes. Let's meet a young man named Baraka. His story makes all these big ideas feel incredibly personal. So picture this. There's Baraka, a bright student full of hope. And every single day, his walk to school takes him right past the massive, impressive mansion of his local leader. You know the type? High walls, a perfect driveway, everything that screams wealth and power. But the moment he passes that gate, his world changes. The road he walks on is a mess of potholes. His school doesn't have enough books, and the local clinic, it's been shut down for years. So every day, Baraka is living this contrast. And you can just imagine the question burning in his mind: why? Why do they live in luxury while we suffer? Now, Baraka's story is powerful, but here's the thing: he's not alone. His experience is a symptom of a much bigger systemic problem. So now we have to move from see to judge and really analyze what's going wrong. And here's the heart of the issue. You look at the law, at the Constitution, and on paper, it's all there. It demands integrity, accountability, service to the people. But then you look at reality, and what do we face? Widespread corruption, political connections that override justice, and a system that too often seems designed for personal gain, not public service. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just a feeling people have. There's proof. Year after year, the Auditor General releases these reports, and they show staggering amounts of waste. We're talking billions of shillings lost to ghost projects and shoddy work. Billions that were meant for the very schools, roads, and clinics that people like Baraka need so badly. So, we've seen the story, and we've judged the system. Now, we're asked to go even deeper, to reflect. Because this isn't just a political or economic problem. At its core, it's a spiritual struggle, a battle of choices and temptations that affects every single one of us. The campaign points out some specific temptations that leaders face. You know, the temptation to skim a little public money off the top, or to make a popular decision, even if you know it's the wrong one, just to get votes. And the biggest one of all, to see power as a tool for yourself, not for the people you serve. When they give in to that, we all pay the price. But here's the crucial part. This reflection isn't just for politicians. It's a challenge to all of us. As citizens, we have our own temptations to say no to. Saying no to paying bribe, praying for real wisdom when we vote, and finding the courage to speak up when something is wrong. And that brings us to the final and most important step. Because seeing, judging, and reflecting, well, that's all great, but it's not enough. We have to act. So the big question is, how do we stop being commentators and start being part of the solution?
The campaign kicks it off by turning the question right back to us. Not what they should do, but what are you doing? Seriously, what role are you playing in your own life, your own community, to encourage good leadership? And it gets even more personal. It asks for a real, honest look in the mirror. When you're under pressure, when there's a shortcut available, when you could bend the rules just a little for your own benefit. What do you do? Because integrity isn't some grand idea. It's a choice we make in those small moments every single day. Now, this isn't just about soul searching. The campaign gives us clear, practical steps. 1. Hold leaders accountable. 2. Learn about your rights and teach others. 3. Actively fight corruption wherever you see it. And 4. Show up. Get involved in public meetings where decisions that affect you are being made. And its final image, wow. It says everything. It's a call for us to be chain breakers. Yeah, the chains of corruption are heavy, they're strong, but they are not unbreakable. This is an image of freedom, showing us that if we work together, a better future is absolutely possible. And to leave us with the full weight of this, the campaign ends with this unforgettable quote from Pope Francis when he visited Kenya. Corruption is a path to death. It's not just about money. It's about the life or death of justice, of dignity, of our nation's very future. And the question this leaves us with is, which path are we going to choose?